the sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al Smith. So, after the failure of the local Black Stars to make it to the CHAN, we now focus our attention on the senior national team proper. They'll be playing Congo in a double-header, as you know, in a World Cup qualifier. Ghana is in a precarious position because, for all intents and purposes, it's looking like, for the first time since 2006, the country will not make an appearance at the global football showpiece. That's because Egypt and Uganda are in a better position at the moment than the Black Stars. We are here to look at the possible collapse for Kwesi Appiah, who will help him and the country make that turnaround that is desperately needed. In studio with me, Fifi Forson. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, we will do the analysis based on what we know of Kwesi Appiah's tenure at the moment and the monitoring he's been doing. What are your thoughts initially on how we should approach the Congo game? Then we can decide which personnel we should use.
I think we should approach the Congo game with a mentality of winning, because if you look at our position right now, it's not looking good at all. And we are seeking to make a fourth straight appearance at the World Cup. This is something that the nation has gotten used to. We've been at the World Cup before. We know how to play it very well. So we likely to miss out is something that it worries everybody. And already you've seen the new President Nana Akufo-Addo saying he will do everything possible to help the team qualify. So we are all hoping for a positive result against Congo.
Right. With that hope, in terms of what we should expect based on how they should play, you are saying that winning at all, so it should be attacking.
Of course.
Because Ghana is playing at home at first.
Yeah, and I think let's take it back to the last game they played at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, and that was against Ethiopia. And you saw the formation that Kwesi Appiah lined up. It was more of an attacking formation, and he lined up two up front, Kwesi Asamoah and Rafael Dwamina, and with fluid wingers to support them, with Thomas Ejapon on the left and the likes, Andrea Ayew and the likes helping their cause, and they won by 5-0. That tells that there's more anger for the players. There's more desire to win against Congo and progress to the World Cup, and also build on that, beat Egypt, beat Uganda, and progress to the World Cup.
Right. So, in terms of how Ghana should play, Fifi figures that it should be all attacking. Don't forget that there's a first leg here. There's one game here, and then the other also in Congo. So, how do they line up in terms of the possible players you expect in the team? Do you expect any new collapse since the USA versus Mexico friendlies?
Yeah.
We start from the goalkeeping department. Any new collapse you expect?
I think the new collapse is a familiar face, but in the last games he was not invited, and that is Fatal Dauda. I think he's been impressive in the Nigerian Premier League consistently for Yimba FC. He's delivered at the top, and even last weekend he was named as one of the best performers in the Nigerian Premier League. And if you compare his performances to the three that were named in the game against Ethiopia, Mexico, and USA, I think he has the better statistics.
So the three were Richard Ofori of All Stars, Adam Kwarase of Brøndby in Denmark, and Felix Anal of Kotoko.
Kwarase did not make it.
So that's the collapse. Joseph Ado
replaced him. And we all know Richard Ofori has moved to South Africa. He's moved to Maritzburg United, and so far, I think 2 games he's not been able to start a match. That tells us he's dropping down the pecking order. We don't need a goalkeeper who is sitting on the bench to be imposed for the Black Stars, of course. And I think Fatal Dauda has the experience. He's proving that goalkeepers get better with age, so he deserves the nod this time around. Right.
For defenders, in the games, the previous games, Mexico, US, and Ethiopia, we had Harrison Affle, we had Daniel Amate, we had Lumo Agbenyenu. We had Daniel Dakwa, John Boy, and Rashid Sumaila there as well. So anything will change?
Yeah, I think what will change is the fact that if you look at the defenders, you can see 2 Columbus Crew players in there. That's Jonathan Mensah and Harrison Affle. But the fact is that there is another Ghanaian defender at Columbus Crew,
Lalas Abubakar,
who has outshown these 2 guys. So I think Lalas deserves the nod, and he has to be invited. And also, Accra has a folk talisman at the back, Vincent Atinga, superb. I don't know why the local Blasters chose not to give him the opportunity. I feel it's a Blasters material and has to be given the chance also. So I think Lumo Agbenyodo, fantastic on the day against Ethiopia, and the USA friendlies also will end the call-up once again.
Let's go to the midfielders. We have Mohamed Abu of Columbus Crew as well. Efri Akwa, Isaac Saki, Thomas Partey, Ebenezer Ofori, and Kingsley Safo. as well as Winful Kobna and Yao Yeboah. All these players were called up.
Yeah, I think all these players were called up, and some notable names were dropped. We didn't see Wakaso, we didn't see Ajimambedu, but we are seeing someone like Yao Yeboah, who has not been performing at NAC Breda. He dropped down the pecking order at Manchester City now. He doesn't have a team now, so I think he will not be in the squad. So I expect the old boys to come in. They have the experience. They've seen it all. They were in the team that beat Egypt 6-1, and I think they deserve it this time around also.
Right. So you want to see a return of Wakaso and Ajimambele into the team, as well as Andre Ayew and the regulars.
Andre Ayew was in obviously.
Yes,
the first one.
Yes. Asamoah, Jordan Ayew, Majid Waris, Raphael Jamina, who has just is on his way to signing a deal with Brighton when medical and other things are sorted out. So those ones should stay the same.
Yeah, I forgot to mention one player for the midfielders, Gideon Waja. You can't talk about an informed midfielder in Ghana without mentioning Gideon Waja. Obviously, I would have talked about Winful Kobna, but he was in the first list.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think his position is cemented, but Gideon Waja also deserves the call-up from Wafa.
Right, so that's according to my pundit in studio, Fifi Forsen. Thank you very much for your time. Of course, Kwesi Appiah and the technical team at the final say, based on current form and based on statistics, these are who we reckon should be looked at ahead of those qualifiers against Congo. That will be coming up in the international break. That's the sport for now. This evening, join us at 8:20. I have an interview with somebody who knows the situation with Brighton as they look to finish the deal with Raphael Jamina. That will be at 8:20. I'm Gary Al Smith, and that's the sport.